What if I told you that your body still remembers how to be young? It's your mind that forgot. You see, as we get older, most of us are told the same story: slow down, take it easy, except that your best strength is behind you. But that's not the truth. Deep inside your body holds memories of balance, power, and rhythm, all waiting quietly for you to wake them up again. The secret isn't hidden in a gym or some fancy equipment. It's hidden in the movements you do every single day, the ones you stop noticing. Standing up from your chair, lifting your heels, extending your legs. These small acts are not signs of age, they are keys to youth. And here's what most people never realize: after 60, the body doesn't lose power first, it loses connection. Your brain begins to hesitate not because it's weak, but because it's forgotten how strong you truly are. But what if we could rebuild that connection? What if through 3 simple moves you could tell your body, I remember you? So today we're not here just to move, we're here to rise again, to reclaim that quiet, unshakable strength inside you. Because this isn't about staying active. It's about rediscovering your independence, your confidence, your vitality, and proving that age doesn't limit your strength, it reveals it. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet. You're exactly where you need to be, right here, right now. Most people think aging is just about weaker muscles or stiff joints, but the real story of senior health is more subtle and more powerful. What fades first isn't your strength, it's your trust in that strength. One day you hesitate before climbing the stairs. Another you pause before stepping off a curb. You start to reach for walls, for railings, for something, anything that feels safe. It's not because your legs forgot how to move, it's because your brain stopped believing they could. Science calls this the neuromuscular disconnect. It happens quietly over the years when movements become cautious instead of confident. Your body still has the strength, but the signals between your muscles and your brain start to blur. And when that connection weakens, balance goes first, then speed, then independence. That's why so many older adults lose mobility, not from aging itself, but from hesitation. Imagine this: your brain is like a wise old conductor, and your muscles are the orchestra. The music is still there. It just needs to be retuned. The good news is, you don't need fancy machines or hours at a gym. You just need the right movements, small intentional exercises that remind your brain, yes, I can do this. Because mobility isn't lost overnight, it's lost one quiet hesitation at a time. And today we're going to reverse that one deliberate motion at a time. For most people, standing up from a chair is just an everyday habit, something you've done thousands of times without a thought. But in the world of senior health, this simple act is nothing short of sacred. Every time you rise, you are retraining your brain to believe, I am capable, I am still in control. That's not exercise, that's freedom rehearsed. You see, scientists now call this move the neurological rehearsal for independence. It's one of the most powerful ways to keep your mind sharp and your body responsive. When you push up from a seated position, you're not just activating your thighs, you're firing your deep postural muscles, your glutes, and your core, while sending lightning-fast messages back to your brain saying, yes, I can rise again. After 60, the real threat to mobility and balance isn't always weak legs, it's hesitation. That tiny moment of doubt that whispers, what if I fall? That hesitation slowly rewires your confidence. But every time you complete a sit to stand with purpose, you're rewriting that story. You're proving that your body and your mind can still rise together. I once worked with a man named John, 68, retired and frustrated that he needed help getting out of his chair. The first day it took him 2 hands and a deep breath to stand. By the 3rd week, he stood up without using his arms. He looked at me and said, I didn't realize how much power was still inside me until I stopped doubting it. That's the beauty of this move. It reminds you of what was never lost. So let's practice it together. Choose a sturdy chair. No wheels, no fear. Sit tall, feet flat, chest lifted. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you rise. Feel your heels press into the ground. Feel the strength ripple upward through your body. You're not just standing, you're rebuilding the bridge between your body and your brain. And here's a small challenge: the next time you stand up to get your coffee or answer the door, don't rush it. Do it slowly, intentionally. Treat it like a ceremony, because every rise is a quiet victory. Mini hook. But strength alone isn't enough. True balance begins beneath you in the forgotten power of your feet. If standing up reconnects you with your independence, lifting your heels reconnects you with the earth beneath you. It may sound simple, but it's one of the most underestimated movements in all of senior health. The heel raise wakes up something ancient inside you, a hidden network of sensors that tell your brain, I know where I am. I am balanced, I am safe. These sensors tucked deep in your feet, ankles, and calves form what scientists call the proprioceptive system, your body's natural GPS. It's what helps you walk without looking down, catch yourself when you stumble, and move with quiet confidence. But here's the thing, as we age, these sensors start to fall asleep if we don't use them. When that happens, even flat floors feel uncertain and your world starts to shrink one cautious step at a time. The heel lift is how you wake that system up again. Every time you rise onto your toes and slowly lower back down, you're reintroducing your body to its sense of space, balance, and rhythm. You're not just training your calves, you're teaching your brain to trust your steps again. I remember a woman named Carol, 71 years old, who used to shuffle carefully through her kitchen. The fear of losing balance had made her world smaller than it needed to be. I taught her heel raises just 10 at a time, holding the back of a chair. After a week, she said something that made me smile. I stopped staring at the floor when I walk. I'm looking forward again. That's what these moves do. They give you back your gaze, your stride, your confidence. To try it, stand behind a sturdy chair, fingertips resting lightly for support. Keep your spine tall, chest lifted, shoulders relaxed. Rise slowly onto your toes, hold for a heartbeat, then lower down just as slowly. Inhale as you rise, exhale as you land. Start with 10 repetitions, work toward 20 as your confidence grows. This isn't about strength alone, it's about awareness. Each lift sends a message: I am grounded, I am steady, I still rise with purpose. But even strong feet and legs can't carry you far without one more secret: the power of circulation, the energy that keeps every step alive. Your legs aren't heavy because you're getting older. They're heavy because they've been waiting for you to wake them up, to bring back the rhythm that once carried you effortlessly through life. Among all exercises for seniors, this seated leg lift might look too simple to matter. But don't be fooled. Behind its gentleness lies a quiet revolution for your circulation, your confidence, and your sense of movement. As we age, blood flow and lymph circulation in the legs naturally slow down. That's why some people notice swelling around the ankles, cold feet, or that dull heaviness after sitting too long. It's not weakness, it's stagnation. When you extend your legs while seated, you're not just strengthening your thighs, you're pumping vitality back into your entire system. Each lift activates the quadriceps, those big, beautiful muscles at the front of your thighs, and those muscles work like internal pumps, squeezing blood upward toward your heart. At the same time, your lymphatic system clears out waste and inflammation, leaving your legs lighter, your joints happier, and your body more awake. I once met a retired teacher named Evelyn, 74. She told me my legs used to feel like concrete by the end of the day. I showed her this exercise, 10 reps per leg, slow and steady. A week later, she called laughing, saying, I walked to the mailbox and back without stopping. It feels like my legs are breathing again. That's the hidden beauty of senior health. It's not about pushing harder, it's about awakening what's already there. To try it, sit tall in a sturdy chair. Keep your back straight, your shoulders relaxed. Slowly extend your right leg until it's almost parallel to the floor. Hold for 2 seconds, feel the strength pulse through your thigh, then lower with control. Switch to the left and repeat. Do 10 to 15 per leg, alternating sides. Breathe steadily. Every lift sends new energy through your legs, like water finally flowing through a long closed stream. You're not just lifting your leg, you're lifting your life back into motion. Every repetition whispers to your brain, I can move freely again. So if these 3 forgotten moves can revive your strength, balance, and circulation, imagine what they could do for your confidence and your future. Take a moment right now before the noise of the day rushes back in and notice how you feel. Maybe your breathing is steadier, your legs a little lighter, your thoughts a little clearer. That's not a coincidence. You didn't just move your body today, you reminded it that you're still here, still strong, still capable. This is what true healthy aging looks like. Not chasing youth, but rediscovering the confidence that never really left. Every rise from your chair, every gentle heel, lift, every quiet leg extension. It all speaks to the same truth: you haven't lost your power, you've just stopped hearing it. These mindful moments reconnect you to something deeper: the simple joy of movement, the gratitude of still being able to rise. Because here's something most people never tell you about getting older. Your body doesn't give up on you. It waits for you to return to it. Your muscles still listen, your brain still learns, your heart still leads. The problem isn't age, it's disconnection. And today you've begun to rebuild that bridge. When you choose to move with intention, you're sending a message to every cell in your body: wake up, we're not done yet. That's not exercise, that's self-respect in motion. That's what senior health truly means: not perfection, but partnership with your body. So the next time you stand, walk, or reach for something, remember every step is proof that you are still evolving. Aging isn't about slowing down, it's about moving smarter, moving deeper, and moving with purpose. And if just 3 simple movements can spark that feeling again, imagine what's possible when you turn this into a daily ritual, not a routine, but a quiet celebration of being alive. Before you go, take one last breath. Feel that pulse of energy in your legs, the quiet steadiness under your feet. That's not just movement, that's your strength returning home. Today, you didn't just lift your body, you lifted your confidence. You lifted your life. Too often, older adults are told what they can't do, what's risky, what's off limits. But you just proved that your body is far more capable than fear ever allowed you to believe. You're not losing your edge, you're sharpening it. And the beauty of it all, you did it through 3 simple mindful moves that anyone can do anywhere, anytime. So I want you to carry this feeling with you. The next time you stand from a chair, rise like it matters. When you walk across your living room, walk like you own your balance again. And when doubt whispers, "You're too old for this," I want you to answer back: "No, I'm just getting started." If this session made you feel even a spark of strength, tap the like button. It tells YouTube to share this with others who need it. Leave a comment with your name and where you're watching from. Let's build a community that reminds the world what true senior wellness looks like. And if you're ready to keep this journey going, join me in our next video where we'll unlock one powerful movement that keeps your spine young and your mind sharp. Until then, stay curious, stay kind to your body, and above all, keep rising.